So cut or bulk, cut or bulk, cut or bulk, right? It's like the age-old question. What do we do? What do we do? Right? Do I keep gaining size and, fat as well? Or, do I cut, lose some of the fat and then lose a little bit of muscle, maintain? It's like, what do I do? So currently, I'm in this situation where I've lost around, okay, a little bit of backstory. I've been skinny fat for majority of my life, most of my life. Currently 18, but majority of those years I was just skinny fat. Little muscle, mostly fat. So I was always in this kind of predicament. And when I first started, I basically starved myself and, was eating like 1,500 calories, 1,800 calories a day. It was like, yeah, dude, I'm going to get lean. I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to look like those like TikTok guys, whatever, like at the time. There was a big hype around that. I was starving. I was losing muscle, fatigue, whatever. And, fast forward to now, or fast forward a little bit, 6 months, a year from that, I was skinny. I was basically starved. I gained all the weight back. Fast forward to now, right now, I'm 133, not even that big. Body weight is hella low. And around May, April, I was 155, 156, got a coach, he helped me get, lean down, really, told me how to cut, and, I developed a little bit of a better relationship with food. But currently I'm 9% body fat, 133 pounds, 133.5, whatever. And it's like, it's the skinny fat me saying, yo, like, you can't afford to gain weight back. Like, you can't afford to, get fat again, because that's just what's like running through my mind. But it's like, I need to bulk. I need to have a successful bulk and actually have, intense training. Super simple. Because I've never had this period where I actually gained good size. I never had this period because, dude, it was either this in the gym. I've been training for about 3 years now, and I've almost made little progress in terms of muscle gain. Because I was so misguided, so misled, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I wasted time. But I've learned. But again, now I'm in this predicament of cut or bulk, keep cutting. But it's like, dude, it's like I'm like sub 9%. I don't need to continue to cut. It's not like I'm trying to get stage lean. The fuck? So obviously I need to bulk. And obviously with me not having, like a shit ton of muscle or whatever, because I didn't really have that opportunity to grow when I was bulking, because I would just eat like shit and my macros weren't in check. I was eating like shit. I wasn't sleeping and my training was dog shit. But it's like now it's like, I'm prepped with everything I need. I know how to train. I know what I need to do for this upcoming bulk, but it's like, it's still that skinny fat me fucking, don't bulk, you're just gonna get fat again, right? Because I've been through this shit twice already. I've been training for 3 years. So I've decided, which is obviously, the best decision I can make here, is to bulk, right? Is to actually have a successful bulk. And it's like, look, I've lost 25 pounds of fat. Realistically, unless I binged, because I suffered from binging, still do occasionally. But, I've binged, and that's what really ultimately, this eating disorder, this binging really caused me to just gain so much weight back so quickly. And I think that's what it is. It's like I'm telling myself, like, dude, it's like, you're gonna binge. It's just like, dude, I know the approach I need to take. I know the approach I need to do, right? It's like I'm equipped with the right material on how to bulk successfully. But it's like I'm running in fucking circles, man. Fucking sucks. But again, I've made the conscious decision to bulk because it is the best decision. Right? My abs are prominent. They're popping out, but they're not popping out to what I want them to be. Right? And it's because, one, genetic, and two, it's like, dude, it's like you haven't had the time to actually grow. I haven't actually had a period of which I can bulk, have a growing phase. I've been lifting for fucking 3 years and I've never had my growing phase. I was always just fucking around, eating McDonald's and not sleeping. And not even training intense. So of course I wasn't gonna grow, and I was eating too many calories. That's why I gained all the weight back, and that's why I got fat as fuck. Well, skinny fat. I wasn't obese, but you know what I mean. But it's like maybe you're in a similar position, you know. Maybe you've been lifting and you've had this growth period, or maybe you haven't grown at all, you know, since you started. You're just kind of like you're kind of yo-yo dieting is what it's really called. Just like, you know, gaining weight, losing all the weight, all the fat, and then gaining it all back, and it's yo-yoing. Maybe you're in a similar position. And what I'll tell you, bro, from just personal experience, man, because it's fucking horrible. When you are if you're skinny fat, your best bet is to just clean up the diet, sleep, train hard. If somebody would have told me that in these past 2 years, 3 years, I would have a decent frame. But I kept yo-yoing. I kept going back and forth because I didn't fucking know. I did not know. Thank God I do now. I would have probably fucking wasted another 2 years. Anyways, it's not the point. The point is if you're in this position, right, where you just like, do I cut or bulk? Do I cut or bulk? Look. Bulk, if you are skinny, if you are just like, dude, like you look at your arms and you're like, bro, like, what the fuck, dude, I look like a skeleton. You should probably bulk. I would say if we're talking about body percentage here, you should bulk when you're in the single digits. That's when you should start going on your bulk. And I would say when you're up to like 15%, you get up there, like you bulk for 12 weeks. And then you're starting to put on unnecessary fat, you know, you're kind of spilling over with fat. You take a mini cut, you do a mini cut. And after that mini cut, you go into your maintenance phase and you go back on your bulk, right? Let's say you're fat as fuck, right? You're obese, whatever, you're skinny fat. Not skinny fat. If you're just fat in general, bro, honestly, you should cut. If you're over 15%, you should cut until you're at least single digit. And make sure you're training during both these times, bro. Like, don't just stop training. Like, don't diet and then stop training. Make sure you're training, especially you know, when you're doing a cut, you want to make sure you know, your volume's pretty high just so you can hold that muscle. This isn't about training. This is just about bulking or cutting. I'm not going to go in depth with that, but if you're fat, just cut to your single digit body fat and then maintain, go into maintenance phase, kind of reverse diet so that you don't put on all that fat back. And that's the mistake I made, dude. Twice. Well, pretty much twice. Fucked it up. And if you're skinny fat, again, what you want to do is just start cleaning up the diet, you know, really go into maintenance calories, and your body composition will change because of the weight training, you know, the cleaner foods, the more nutrient dense foods. And when you get to, I'd say at about a year of lifting, if you're skinny fat, then you do your cut so you can lose that unnecessary body fat. And it's really that simple, man. It really is. Does that mean it's easy? No. Whatever approach you're going to take, you know, it's not fucking easy. It's not easy. But this knowledge is maybe what somebody needs to hear. What I wish, you know, I was told when I first started lifting. Because I would have such a better frame than I would now. I would have saved time. And hopefully I can save you time. Because that's the whole point of this video, is to kind of tell you my story and where I'm at currently. So I do believe this next bulk that I'm about to take, I'm going to put on some good size, you know, have really develop a better relationship with food and get jacked as fuck. And that's the plan. And then when we get up to about 15% body fat, we'll cut down. Or after 12 weeks, we'll do a little mini cut, go into maintenance, and, you know, bulk back up. Go from there, right? Have these little mesocycles, whatever. Anyways, yeah, man, that's kind of just my story of cutting, bulking, being skinny fat for most of my life, and, you know, where I am now. And kind of the road I'm headed towards. So again, I hope this video, you know, helped any of you guys out that are skinny fat. You know, you're fat, you're super skinny, whatever. And again, I just wish somebody would have told me this when I first started out. So hopefully you took something away from this video, man. And have a great rest of your day.